Hey, good morning, everybody. So, just to get, you can't feel it, obviously, but it is beeping freezing today for my United States of American friends. It is single digits in the temperature reading. For everyone else around the world, it's about minus 13 degrees Celsius. It's cold, and the good news is when you're that cold, even when you are cold, like when you have a cold, when you have a cold, it doesn't matter. You can't feel anything. Everything feels the same, good or bad. So I can tell you one thing. There will be minimal time spent outside, and I intend to run from the car to inside the. I may just park inside the bowl. Just call them up. Hey, I'll open the back doors. I'm reversing in. All right. So today we're at the halfway point for the tournament. 24 games of round robin match play. Bear with me for a sec.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you today?
Good morning. Can I please have a doppio with 2 sugars?
Doppio with 2 sugars. Anything else?
So we are at the halfway part of the Players Championships. We've got the top 24 game round robin match play with 30 bonus pins for every win. We say it every single time, but those wins can be so important at the very end. So yeah, you got to get those W's. But in my experience, when you bowl on patterns where the scoring pace is so high and you're playing these match play games, it can be really frustrating when you continually get high games bowled at you and you don't get those W's. But that's kind of the nature of the beast when you're playing this format on this pattern. You know, you hit a pair, it looks good, rolls great, and you can strike from the first frame, you've got a chance for a really big game. But if you don't quite get matched up early and the other guy does, there's just not enough frames to catch them because the scoring pace is too high. So we've got to hope that when we go from pair to pair, we make some really good guesses early, and then we've got to hope that my opponents, when they go from pair to pair, it takes them a few frames to figure out what's going on. But yeah, you can never predict how it's going to go. All I can really control is my 2 hands on the ball and trying to knock them over. So if I had a goal for this match play, is I just want to make every single makeable spare. I missed a 10 pin yesterday night, and yesterday morning I missed a 2-4-8. So I've missed 2. And that's got to be it. For me to have a really good run at this tournament, you can't be giving up spares. So I've got to make sure that no matter what's going on, how low I'm bowling, whatever it is, I've got to just make those spares. So that's going to be the goal. I'm going to take some extra time for every single spare that I shoot, and then try and put together a few big games. The good news as well is if it's not going great, I know I have the ability and the ball motion when I get lined up that I can throw 260, 270, 250, 260. So I can throw big games back to back to back to back. I've just got to make sure I've given myself the best possible chance to still be able to throw those games and not get too far behind the leaders. So that's the plan. That's the goal. Coffee time. Peace.
pretty horrible start. I really wanted to use the IQ 78U, but after that pocket 710, I just didn't think it was going to be enough, and then I didn't make a lot of good shots with the IQ 2. So 191. That's what happens when you aren't really sure what you're doing and you don't throw it great. So good news is that's game 1 of 24, so we have plenty more to go. But I can't afford too many more of those, so time to figure this pair out and throw it a little better and get stuck in. Well, we moved to the Hustle RIP. It's very strong drilling with a lot of surface because we kind of wanted to close our angles down, but that last shot I just threw it at the gutter and it bounced off of it. Not a good shot. With the IQ, it just kind of felt like the way that it was working down lane, it was starting to get just a little long and a little behind it, and then when it did hit the friction, it was a little too angular. So we went to the ripped, thinking it'd just kind of smooth that out a little bit. But you got to make better shots than that. I just can't seem to get going. Can't really feel comfortable. It's very early in the tournament, so if you're going to get uncomfortable, might as well be games 1 and 2 and 3. But we can't stay too uncomfortable for too long. So we've got to figure it out. I got to kind of get back into that Belmo mode of focus and yeah, get into it again. Another game where that was the wrong ball, couldn't get the hits. 7 pins, 9 pins, 9 pins, 10 pins. You know, that's when you know it's not bad luck. You're just not doing the right thing. So definitely got to figure it out soon. Otherwise, we're going to fall way behind because the scoring pace is still high. It's a frustrating game, just like all week. You know, when you're a little off, you're a long way off. So we've got 5 more games in the morning set, and I'd like to maybe just get a little momentum going for the evening one. So let's try to figure this out and get a ball that's actually going to strike more than 4 times a game. We got the win against DJ. Left that pocket split in the middle, which stings and sucks because that was a game that you catch that hit there, you bowl a good game. But now we've changed to the journey to kind of get something to tumble off the edge a little bit, and it seems to roll okay. So now I just got to hope that I can throw a few more shots like that, get the W. These last 3 games, try and catch whatever I can to recoup what I lost earlier. And I mean, look, we're still 18 games with 30 bonus pins. We've still got a lot of bowling to go, so you can't get into panic mode just yet. But I definitely got to start to catch a few hits, string them together, and kind of just make a little run now, just so I've got something to come in tonight with little momentum behind it. 6. 2 and 4. Yeah, 2 and 5. This is the last game, guys. 2 and 5.
Go to a stronger ball, but I'm afraid it'll break loose up front. Get it wide right down lane. They should see it beforehand, but what's the strongest one we got off that in the back?
I think
Maybe you've got another journey in there that's got more surface on it. So that's not the case. We don't have a gem of reality.
we do, but
That's my thought. Is that they're all going past it. They're all going past it. I mean, I know we threw 10 strikes last game, but the 2 that missed was still too long.
Oh, that was a disaster. That was one of those blocks where every single pair, every choice I made, I was just a couple boards wrong. And that's all it takes to shoot 215 instead of 260 like most other guys did at me today. And I really wanted to stay ahead of it. I wanted to be smart. I wanted to get off to good starts. And, it's only you're only a couple of boards with your feet or even a board with your eyes. And it's the difference between, just stringing 9 of them in a row or just finding it really hard to even double. So I think the other play, which, all of the guys that had a lot of score, they just bowled with urethane for 8 games. They just were married to it. They did whatever little adjustments they had to with their hand and just kept it really simple. And that the simplicity of it also allowed them to catch a few pairs where they would shoot 270 using it. So, I actually thought, because a lot of guys were using urethane, I actually thought whoever stays in it the longest is going to suffer. And that's usually how it works. So I got out of it a little earlier thinking, well, maybe I can get ahead of it and catch some of those pins by, finding some ball reaction where you would carry the 10 1 or 2 more times than the urethane ball. But as it turns out, didn't work. So the plan for this evening, look, there's 18 games. No, how many's there? Yeah, no. How many's left?
16.
Yeah.
16.
There's 16. Yeah, there's 16. That's right. We played 8 today. I wish we played 6, but we played 8. So there's 16 games left, which with bonus pins, you average 240 and you win 90% of your games. You'll be close to the TV show. You'll be close to it, if not on it. So that has to be the mentality coming in tonight. I think I was a little flat-footed today as well. I think I walked into the building just a little heavy. I yawned a few times, coughed and sneezed a bunch, and I need to just be like, all right, you got to walk in there with a bit of a little pep in your step. So that's what I got to do tonight. Lift the energy up, narrow the focus, strike a bunch. Peace. G'day, thanks for watching. If you loved this one, check out the rest of the videos from this playlist or any other playlist. Make sure that you like the video and please subscribe if you would love to be the first to catch any of the latest of the behind the scenes and a whole lot of other cool stuff.